Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the newly released John Frusciante Signature Stratocaster from Fender. But in my opinion, I think that they have made the wrong one. What do I mean by that? Well, here's a clue, and we'll talk about it in a minute. So, back to the topic, Fender have released details this week about the John Frusciante Signature Stratocaster. Everybody's excited. It looks like they're going to do officially a custom shop high-level model, about 20 grand. Potentially in the future they may do a more affordable Mexican made, just like the Mike McCready. The thing though is, for me, I'm not really interested in the 62 Strat, and that is because of this album. So, as you may know, this is Californication. This was released in 1999. What's special about this album, if you look inside, it's got the lovely picture of them huddled up. I think that was the Tibetan concert before they supported Pearl Jam. Anyway, what's special about this era, and this is my favourite era of John, is this album is a bit more raw and it's a bit lighter on the tones, a bit cleaner on the, well, not cleaner, because he's using broken up Marshall amps, but it's not out there in your face, it's very laid back. And how he achieved that, mostly, and in that era, that live era, is he didn't actually use the 62 that much. He actually used what he calls his 55, which the difference is it's a maple neck Strat and two-tone sunburst, and it's just a lot cleaner and lighter than his 62. He calls it his 55, but I've read articles that it may be a 54, they call it a 56 sometimes. There's a clip where he calls it a 57. Anyway, he only has one well, for live use, one maple neck Strat, and that's his 50s. And that's what he uses for Californication mostly, and you can see clips online throughout that tour, and I'm in love with that. That's my favourite. So the 62 Strat is more associated with By the Way and onwards, and currently now. So yeah, if I was going to have a custom signature John Frusciante Strat, the 62 isn't for me. But luckily, all my heroes, Clapton, Beck, Albert Lee, even Brian May, they all used 50s style two-tone sunburst Stratocasters. So that's why I bought this, a tribute to Brownie, Eric Clapton's. And also Frusciante has a 50s. This is my #1 guitar. It's made in Mexico, 2017 Classic Series. It's before they called it the Ventura and they ruined it, to be honest. This is fantastic. It's got, so specs wise, it's got a soft V-shaped neck, they call it, a 7¼ inch radius, yeah, and it's got the two-tone sunburst, right? Now I've modified it. So this has Seymour Duncan SSL 1s in the bridge, in the neck and the middle pickup. The bridge is an SSL 5, inspired by David Gilmour style. I've got a Callahan bridge. The tone control is wired up to the bridge and the middle. We've got vintage style locking tuners, yeah, and then a tusk nut. So I think you can see where I'm getting at here. I'm more of his 50s style Strat, and to be honest, if the reports are correct and they're going to do a Mexican style Strat of his, I don't think it's going to come, well, it's going to come close, but it's not going to be any better than I think than this, to be honest. This hasn't got the wear marks, obviously, and you could get a road-worn version of this, the old road-worn series, which looks worn out, like similar to John's. So if you wanted to make it look right, you'd get the road-worn. But anyway, so back to the signature Strat. It's not something that really interests me. I'm a big Frusciante fan, but I'm not really a 62 fan of his Strat. My heart lies with the 50s Strat for Californication style, and to be honest, I've already got one. This is for me. This is my #1 that I play my own songs on, and there we have it. That's what I'm saying. It's nice that there's a signature model coming out. Regardless of what the internet says, some people think he's sold out. I don't think he's sold out. To be honest, I don't think he's had much to do with the project. I think reading about it, it's mostly his tech. I think John just gave the thumbs up finally after years and years of saying no. But do I need one? I don't need one. And for $2,500 for a Mexican one potentially, I've got a Mexican 50s vintage style Strat. You look at the specs of his guitar. We've got 7¼ inch radius. This has it. You've got the vintage six screw tremolo. Yeah, synchronized tremolo. Same on this. Seymour Duncan pickups. Everyone used to say and report that he used SSL 1s. I've got them in this. Even if he doesn't use SSL 1s, doesn't matter, this sounds great. Everybody tells me this guitar sounds great when I play it live, so that's good enough for me. I've got my chili pepper strap. And apart from vintage style locking tuners, once you have locking tuners, you kind of don't go back. You know, they're awesome to have locking tuners. I mean, what more is there? If I'm going to be honest with the 62, for 20 grand, not much of a guitar for 20 grand. I know they've got Abigail Ybarra, I think her name is. She came back out of retirement to wind the pickups, but 'tis what it is, c'est la vie. Anyway, thought I'd chip in my 2 cents. And I haven't really made a video recently like this. Mostly been doing live videos, so if you can catch them out, yeah, until next time, that's my thoughts on the Frusciante Strat. It's nice to have, but I'm not going to get one. I've already got my version of my Frusciante Strat that I'm happy with. So anyway, let's hear more. Let's hear more of this and less of this. So thank you for watching. Comment, like and subscribe.